Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Music Mondays. This is episode 81. This is your boy Zom Slays, and I hope you're all doing good, man. Happy Monday. What's going down? Today is August 8th, 2022. Like I said, this is episode 81. Hope everybody had a good week. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's happy and healthy and chilling. If you're not, I hope it gets better, because everything does, my friends. It's all Gucci. So I've been busy. Had a busy week, making sure a lot of stuff for Music Mondays gets done, a lot of stuff for a couple other platforms get done. You guys know the drill. New music, a whole lot of new stuff, so decent show for you guys today. Quite a few submissions, lots of good stuff, man. Lots of good stuff. So let's hop right into this, man. So you guys know the drill. Let's go over some updates. What up, yo? What's good, Cole? Welcome, my friend. I hope you're well. Happy Monday. So yeah, let's hop into some updates. So per usual, episode 80, which is a pretty cool milestone for Music Mondays, is available on all platforms. So if you listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, it's also available on YouTube as well. Feel free to go check that out. Go show those artists some love. That was a really good episode. The last couple weeks, man, like, we've had nothing but banger shows, I'm not gonna lie. There's no really bad episode of Music Mondays, so things have been good as far as the podcast goes. So huge shout out to anybody that submits, shows love. We appreciate you. Thank you. So there is a brand new article live on allmusicmondays.com. It's by Ray Lowe. Our staff writer Ray kind of wrote a really deep, well thought out analysis of Atlanta's current and past underground scene. There's a lot of good talking points in there. Ray talks about a lot of classics that they enjoy. If you're interested in Atlanta or just interested in underground music, definitely go check that article out. Allmusicmondays.com or bottom left of your screen. Go show that some love, because that's a really, really well written piece. SoundCloud Sunday, volume 42 is live on our SoundCloud as well. And make sure you go check that out and go show that some love. Now, you may have noticed that we gave a new curator credit on this week's SoundCloud Sunday, and that is our new staff member. I'd like to welcome Tone Deaf to the Music Mondays staff team. We brought him on as a curator for multiple reasons, but the main one being that Tone Deaf actually cares about the scene, makes music of their own, really just does a lot of wonderful things regarding the underground scene. And Tone Deaf has been around for a while and is truly nothing but a lot of good vibes. So my first conversation with Tone Deaf went really well, and Tone Deaf has really sat in with the Music Monday staff team really, really well, and it's awesome, man. Truly awesome. So if you see Tone Deaf around, make sure you go show them some love. I'll link their socials, of course, in the description. Definitely wanted to shout them out, and really excited to build on new playlists, a whole lot of new stuff. We're gonna be working really closely with Tone Deaf, man, so go show them some love. And we got King Mark with the Twitch Prime for 4 months. 4 months, gang. Let's fucking get it, baby. Huge shout out to King Mark, man. Fucking 13 minutes into the stream, we got Mark back with the 4 months in the Twitch Primer. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you, my friend. Getting us closer to that 10 sub goal, my friends. Mark literally has a choice to use that Prime sub anywhere on Twitch, and you know, even if you don't use it here, make sure you do use your Twitch Primes. But Mark chose to use it here, and that is just beyond generous of Mark, and I really appreciate it, man. On behalf of Music Mondays, thank you, my friend. Thank you. But yeah, fuck. If like, even if you don't use your Twitch Prime here, dude, I'm not even saying use it for Music Mondays or Zom Slays. Go give it to somebody, you know what I mean? Yeah, free money. Like, it's free money for somebody, you know what I mean? And Twitch fucking is, you know, is an interesting platform, so anything helps. Low tier, small tier streamers, so make sure you use those primes for the people that you really enjoy. So much love to King Mark and anybody else that does use their Twitch Prime. Thank you. And yeah, one last announcement. Dose of Daybreak Volume 3 by Michael Jones is live on our SoundCloud, along with SoundCloud Sunday Volume 42 as well, like I was mentioning. So if you missed Dose of Daybreak, make sure you go check that out. That's our monthly mix by our staff DJ Michael Jones, who's a producer and our designer as well. Michael's a hard worker, man, and every month he crafts a mix up of underground classics, new music, really what's going on in the underground, but it's condensed into one short mix for your listening pleasure. So definitely go check those out. And if you're interested in getting involved in SoundCloud Sunday and submitting for that playlist, submissions go live every Wednesday. So make sure you're following us on socials, following us on Twitter, things like that. Stay up to date with Music Mondays, and you'll see when submissions are live. So, that about does it for regular updates. As you all know, I've been talking about an event that is coming relatively soon for Music Mondays, and it's pretty much almost there. I'd say like 95% there. So stay tuned, man. I don't want to spill too much because it'll spoil it, but this week we'll be announcing something pretty big for the community, something that's really awesome, and something that I really look forward to, and it's gonna lead into a whole bunch of other great things for Music Mondays. So it's for the community, it's for all of us, it's gonna make a little bit of underground history. So make sure you're following us on socials, make sure you join the Music Mondays Discord if you haven't already. Of course, all those links are down below if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're in chat, you can just do !MM and you can find all of our socials there as well. So, big things coming soon for Music Mondays. So I would say by the time episode 82 is live, and we're sitting here next Monday, we'll be talking about this announcement. So keep your eyes peeled, stay ready, and you guys are definitely gonna love this, man, for sure. So one other really cool thing that I was really, you know, I didn't really touch too much on because it's like not that big of a deal, but 81 episodes of Music Mondays, man. You know, we're about to hit 3 seasons, which, you know, every 50 episodes is a season of Music Mondays. So season 1 was episode 1 to 50. Season 2 is 50 to 100, and we're about 20 episodes out, man. So pretty fucking crazy. So huge shout out to everybody who comes through to the podcast, submits, watches, anybody that has submitted. If you support the podcast in any way, we all thank you, and I thank you personally. It's grown a lot this year, and you know, it's really getting to where I want it to be, you know what I mean? Not only the podcast itself, but this channel, Music Mondays itself as a platform, things have gone really well for, the first year of Music Mondays. So, no complaints here. I'm excited for the future and hope you guys are too. So, you guys know the drill, man. Let's get into this. Now, I mentioned we had a decent amount of submissions, so let's talk submissions. Every week following the Music Mondays podcast, submissions will go live for the show. Basically every week following the podcast, like I said, which, if you're watching here today's Monday, August 8th, and the podcast submissions go live every Tuesday following the show. So you basically have a whole week's worth of time to submit your tracks, whether it be an old track, a new track, anything like that. Or even not a track, you want to submit your art, you want to submit your edits, you want to submit your content, merch, things like that. So basically, every Tuesday, these tweets will go live, and they look the same every week. And they read as follows: artists and creatives, submissions are open for live reviews on Music Mondays, live on 8/8/22 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/zombplays, which is here and now. If you'd like to submit your music, artwork, fashion, or digital creations, drop your links to portfolios below. All art forms are welcome. So, like I always say, contrary to our name, Music Mondays supports all types of content. Independent artists are not only, musicians, but musicians have other hobbies, and musicians have other talents, and there's a lot of things that need a lot of exposure, you know what I mean? Whether that be merchandise, digital art, real art, you know, clothing lines, YouTube edits, all types of visual content. Like, there are so many things that artists do outside of just audio that are really, really special. And Music Mondays not only shines on audio, but everything else as well. So feel free to submit your art or your independent creations, man. If you're a creative out there, I don't give a fuck if you make macaroni paintings, right? You fucking, I don't care what you do. If you feel like it deserves some attention, feel free to submit to the Music Mondays podcast. Absolutely. So that's that. The only thing that we do ask is that you are following the Music Mondays homepage if you're submitting to the Music Mondays podcast. We don't charge for submissions. We never will charge for submissions. We don't charge for articles, things like that. We're only interested in curating and bringing the community the latest and finest underground content. And we can't achieve that if people are paying for submissions and things like that. So the only thing that we do ask of you is you follow the homepage. That's it. Because it not only helps grow our platform, but it shows respect to the other artists and creatives that do support Music Mondays and do submit every week. So that's the only thing that we ask, my friends. And of course, every Monday, a couple hours before the show, submissions will close. Because basically, like I said, you have pretty much, 6 to 7 days pretty much to get your tracks in. So just keep that in mind, you know what I mean? If you catch the show, if you catch, the show getting posted and you're like, oh shit, 99% of the time submissions are already open. You just got to go find the tweet in our media, which Music Mondays doesn't really, we tweet and post a lot of content, but not enough to like bury stuff. So it just takes a couple scrolls, go find the tweet, and we usually bump it up a couple times throughout the week, so you'll be able to find it. But that's that on that. So if you're ever interested, make sure you're following us on socials and stay up to date with when submissions are live. So man, we have a decent amount for you guys. Let's fucking get into this. new artists, first time submitting artists, returning artists, classic artists. We got fucking a whole good list for you guys here. Cause listen, right? As we all know, I don't go through these. These are meant to be reactions, reviews, and overall just a platform for artists to really showcase their art. So I like to go into these blind, right? And then, of course, if I've heard something prior, then, it is what it is. But 99% of the time, I haven't heard a lot of these submissions. So this will be good. Especially with like first time submissions and things like that. A lot of those are really fun to do. Listen to Wave Dash amount of time, and that one's an absolute banger for real. Oh shit. Oh shit. We're in for some shit, baby. But yeah, like Mark said, man, Mark is first this week. I always feel um like um Mark is like either like in the middle or like towards the end, but I don't think Mark has ever been first, man. I really don't. Saying you're going blind makes my little thing look dumb. Oops, nah. Because we don't know what this is. We don't know what this is, so it's still gonna be a surprise. But like Mark said, Mark's first, and this is kind of rare. I feel like Mark is never first, man. So let's check this out. Um, if you don't know who Mark is, make sure you get familiar. Mark is not only a really, really talented, hardworking artist, but a really good friend and a really awesome member of the Music Mondays community. Go show them some love. Really, really, really friendly person. But besides that, this week's submission is titled Announcement/Submission, and that's it. And Mark said in the caption, "Have fun on this goose chase." Interesting. Okay. So let's pop this open in a new tab. You guys know the drill. So this is an unreleased Music Mondays exclusive. Never been heard before. Not on this platform and not by me, that's for sure. Let's check this out. Um I'm interested. What could it be? It's 42 seconds. It's 42 seconds. Announcement/submission. Okay, King Mark Music. Let's get into this.
Hello, Music Mondays. It is Mark. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to everybody that is part of this community. I have a little announcement that I'm going to be sharing here in just a second. But first, I just want to say, Zom, if you are listening to this before the podcast, please click away. Do yourself a favor. You don't want to spoil it for yourself.
Oh shit.
Now, everybody that is listening during the podcast, I just want to say I love all of you. Now, if you would be ever as so kind as to scroll to the description of this track, there will be a link. I want you to go ahead and click that for me. Thank you and enjoy.
What the fuck? Oh shit. Wait. What the fuck? Nah, what the fuck? Holy shit, man. What the fuck? Okay, this is gonna be crazy. So, for those of you who don't know, and those of you who are just listening on audio, um, Mark linked us to another unreleased, exclusive track titled iPad Prod Flyboy Yoda featuring none other than Little Soda Boy, which, if you don't know, is an absolute underground pioneer and is an absolute pioneer of the alternative electronic pop sound. Truly, one of the first ones to do it in the style that they did it in, truly. So this is gonna be really, really dope because Mark's almost like a different take on that type of style, and these two artists together are probably gonna make a fucking crazy ass track. And of course, per usual, good thing I didn't click on this because that's fucking crazy. That is really crazy. So of course we have some lyrics down here in the description. Cover art is like a 10 out of 10 cover art for sure. Like without a doubt, 10 out of 10 cover art. Maybe my favorite King Mark cover for sure. That's really dope. Cover art, of course, by Lil Soda Boy. So like, come on, bro. Like, look at this shit. That is something else. This is some legendary shit here. So lyrics in description, we're gonna follow along and we're gonna check this out. King Mark iPad featuring Little Soda Boy. Let's get into it.
Like, it's all that fucking music. I can't even fucking listen to it anymore. Like, it's not that fucking easy. Like, he's a piece of shit. Yeah, whatever. When the drive at my baby with my back comes, now I bust down on my iPad. I'm a bust down, lining up a new hit. I don't really want it, but I gotta do this. Goddamn, I can't take this no more. My closet piles on the floor. When the drugs and my baby with your back cups, no I bust down on my iPad. Where the love at, baby, where my hug at? Never thought you'd be the one to turn your back. Sorry that I just been running up, and I'm sorry that you never gave any fucks at all. And I'm sorry that I'm not the one. Said I'm sorry I'm the one that got off the drugs.
epicleakstuff.com.
Bro, what the fuck? Bro, I couldn't even follow along with the lyrics because the beat just caught me off so fucking much. I was like, yo, what is this about to be like? This is 10 out of 10 for me, like straight up. Like, this is like some, really takes you back kind of shit. You know what I mean? Before, I don't know, just the early days of like, not only this sound, but like, you know, acoustic, like really raw emotional underground shit. Like this is fucking great. This is really, really great. For so many reasons, man. For so many fucking reasons. So let's break this down here. Now, we're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, we're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of iPad. Man, fuck, dude. So, Flyboy Yoda did a real excellent job when it comes to an instrumental that's really flexible, but like really has a lot of substance for it. You know what I mean? Like, it just has like a lot of substance. Like, the melody in particular is for sure a shining star for me when it comes to the instrumental. Just because it is so emotional yet like so simple, right? Like, but the drums really, tied all together and really gave Mark a nice foundation, 100%. So, a Flyboy did an excellent job, and I like the choice of instrumental, 100%. I feel like both Mark and Soda Boy sound really, really good on this. So I feel like Mark made a really good choice when it comes to this instrumental, 100%. Man, this is awesome. This is really, really crazy. So for me, Shining Star is a melody for sure when it comes to the instrumental. Linking up next month for the video, so be on the lookout. Now that's some shit that could really fucking go crazy. Like go really, really crazy, because I feel like both Mark and Soda Boy's visual style are really unique in their own right, but they could mesh together really well. Like, I feel like this cover is just like a little example of what the visual could really be like if they went really crazy for it. So I would love to see that. A visual definitely has to happen. So let's talk about vocals. Now, when it comes to the mix, you know, that's something that is just done in a way that you either like completely hit it or you just completely miss it. And in this particular track, these two absolutely nailed it, right? Because, I feel like if you're going to do this style, it has to be done in a way where it sounds good, the mix has to be just right, and, the performance and recording really has to be like up to par. So, you know, I definitely enjoy these two on this mix, but like, you throw in the style of this kind of instrumental, it makes for a really good mashup. You know what I mean? It really makes for a little bit of a like sort of like an electronic alternative pop feel, but you're getting a little bit of that acoustic alternative feel as well. So it's like, this is like hitting a good sweet spot. It's really crazy, but it's hitting like a good sweet spot of like real organic, like kind of just well thought out music. You know what I mean? And not well thought out in the term of like fucking, you're plotting for months, but well thought out in like the fact that it's like doing what you want. So it's like, oh, I love this. Oh, I love that. This sounds great. That sounds great. So like it's nice. You know what I mean? It feels raw and organic, and that's what's awesome about this. But back to vocals. I feel like Mark did an excellent job on this. Mix is awesome. Um, you know, Mark has never come short of writing like a really interesting storytelling track. Now, of course, when this releases, this will be like a really monumental moment for Mark, and it's really going to be something that's like really special. So this will be something that I would definitely pay attention for, and definitely go check out when you get the chance. 100%. Um Now, like I said, Mark's one of those artists that really makes it really easy for, a first time listener to really like understand what they're trying to convey in their lyrics, and really like has a good ability to like paint a picture, right? And I think that's something that's being done in this track here, most definitely. A little bit of poetry, a little bit of good punchlines, a little bit of like swag, a little bit of like style and pizzazz. It's nice. And it really set like a good, like a good marker for Soda to come in and really do some fucking crazy freestyle shit. Like, when it comes to features from artists of this, style and caliber, I really feel like it's gonna be like really good either way. Like, because this is like a rare kind of verse, right? And Soda did his thing. Like, Soda really did his thing when it comes to like almost like blending styles here, right? Because this isn't like just a Soda song, so I feel like Soda really almost matched the style of Mark, and these two really blended really, really nicely on this track together. And I can't get over the fact of the acoustic instrumental. It's just such a nice addition to these two styles, like really linking up. I like it a lot. So both verses are awesome. Soda really did his thing and really came through with like a little bit of sauce and like a little bit of like, you know, really matching energies and really matching styles with Mark, and I thought that was a nice touch. So yeah, both of you guys did fucking excellent. I like, this is just a fucking crazy ass fucking track. Like this is just crazy. Aiming for October release. An October release. You heard it here first on Music Mondays, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you guys gotta fucking absolutely stay on the lookout for this, man. This is a special one. For sure, this is a special one. A rare fucking gem. Now let's talk about the theme here. Now, aesthetically, like I said, this might be one of my favorite King Mark covers because it's almost, once again, a blending of their aesthetics, right? And almost a preview of what could be when it comes to these two making a visual, right? Like, I feel like a visual could be fucking crazy, bro. And like you could just like you could just like picture like some real simple like scenes and scenarios and like places to film, bro. Like, it wouldn't take much, and I feel like a lot of the cool shit would be like in the post. Like, truly would be like in the post editing, post filming, and just like last minute shit to make a visual be really, really dope. So I really feel like this is a nice preview of what's to come in terms of a visual. And shit, like, if this song had like a if this song had like like an image to go with it, this is absolutely it. Like, absolutely it. And the font's great, man. The font is fucking excellent. It's just such a nice touch, and it's very like retro, almost slightly vapor, yet like a little bit of MySpace style thrown in there. It's got that nice nostalgic feel to it, and it's a 10 out of 10 cover for me, like 100%. So, now let's talk about the overall theme of iPad here. You know, that Y2K vibe. It really is. It really is. Um, you know, once again, Mark's really painting a like a picture here for us to really take in and really just kind of, you know, I feel like sometimes Mark songs are like just like either like days or scenarios or like stories, and this is just another one of those versions of a King Mark tale, and like almost just like a time or a story or just like some real like vivid visual writing, and then Soda's just coming in to back it up, and then like in the lyrics, in the description, it's just Soda and just transcending, because that's really what he fucking did. Like, he was there was a couple cadences on here I was like, damn, okay, like Soda was hitting that shit, and this is like almost like one of those like real rare features where I feel like Soda was just kind of feeling himself and was just like, all right, bet, like, I'm gonna do some crazy shit. And this is rare, bro. This is fucking rare, because I feel like it's just one of those features where like you could go crazy, like, because you feel comfortable, because it's like not your song, right? Because like sometimes, as we all know, as musicians, producers, instrumentalists, artists, anybody knows, you know, it's sometimes hard to just say fuck it on your own shit, but when you're working with somebody else, it's a lot easier to just like let loose. And this is one of those examples where letting loose like really paid off for not only Mark, but both of them, for Soda and Mark. So I really feel like this is a great collab. This isn't like Mark featuring Soda. This is like one of those like King Mark and Lil Soda, or King Mark with Lil Soda Boy. Like, and I like like those kind of collabs, you know? Like, you can just feel a kind of like organic vibe rather than just like, you know, it's like a genuine collab, and I fuck with it a lot, for sure. So huge shout out to King Mark for letting us premiere this, man. Exclusive unreleased track. This is interesting. Be on the lookout for this in October, man. Huge shout out to King Mark. Make sure you go follow him on motherfucking SoundCloud. 3 away from 145, man, and you'll probably get a first on there too. So I'd go follow him. And the announcement was fucking lit. This is a good idea, and I'm glad I didn't fucking peep it. Not that I normally would, but like like shit just goes like that. It'll be the one time I like accidentally click on something. You know what I mean? But I'm glad I didn't, because this was cool. And of course, make sure you follow King Mark Music on Twitter. Mark is 2 away from 265. Go show him some love, man. And of course, per usual, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 60 subscribers. If you've already subscribed, huge shout out to you. Thank you so much. We upload 2 times a week. Music Mondays exclusive segments, full episodes, full podcast episodes, exclusive hosted tracks, Curing Cases on Mondays, our first official album. A whole lot of good stuff's on our YouTube, man. So make sure you go check that out and go show us some love. Let's fucking get it, chat. That was... what the fuck? Like, we just kicked off the show like that? God damn, bro. What the fuck? Mark out here doing it to us, man. Jesus. So, up next, we have a first-time submitting artist, Ryuki, or otherwise known as Ryuki Online. First-time submitting artists are always a gamble. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, fuck, like, what are we gonna get? It's super exciting and really fun, you know what I mean? So that's why I encourage new artists, and of course, old artists to submit, you know what I mean? We've gone through old tracks, new tracks, all sorts of great stuff here on Music Mondays. So, always a pleasure to have a first-time submitting artist here. Ryuki submitted a track titled Wave Dash. Let's check this out. Per usual, we're gonna pop it open in a new motherfucking Tabaroonie. Mark says, weird flex, but we vibe. Nah, literally, bro. Literally, you fucking killed it, bro. Congrats. Let's fucking go, bro. I'm glad you manifested that. Good for you, Mark. Let's fucking get it. Okay. 23 days ago. There's an official music video as well. Holy shit, okay. Ryuki Socials company. Prods are linked. Awesome description. Love that. Looks like this track was well received as well. Now, I'm really a huge fan of this art, man. This is some fucking... This is some cyber trapped in the fucking video game Spy Kids 3D shit right here. That's what this is. God damn, this slaps. Huge shout out to whoever did this art, man. This fucking slaps for sure. So who knows what this could entail, right? Well, let's check this out. First time submitting artist, Ryuki, Wave Dash.
Looking so clear, we living up. I did it all again.
That was a good ass fade out. Yeah, facts, chat. Facts. I agree. It's been a while since I've heard a style like this, you know what I mean? It's been a while. This is some hot shit. Let's fucking go, man. This is dope. This is really, really fucking dope. Wow. First time submitting artist for Yuki, man. Let's fucking go. Okay. So this is how you coming. Alright, so let's break this down. You guys know the drill. We're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, we're gonna talk about vocals, we're gonna talk about the overall theme of Wave Dash. So right off rip, this instrumental is a collab. And you can only get instrumentals like this, I feel, to me at least, as another producer, like through collabs, because it's so unique. Like the drums are so personal compared to the melody. Like it just has to be a collab. And I love instrumentals like that, you know, because sometimes artists really just fucking eat them up. And of course, per usual, they're great to release on their own. So this is a great choice when it comes to making this style of like almost like rage pop alternative, like, you know, electronic-y rage. You know, I'm not too picky on genres, but if I had to like put a label on it, that's what I would say. But this is great. And of course it all starts with the instrumental. I feel like these two did an excellent fucking job when it comes to really not only making like a unique collab, but really like making a style that's like it's like popular, but it's like really original. We have a producer that submits here on the Music Mondays podcast by the name of Absolno, who does that exact thing where they make like really popular styles, but they're so unique and original that it's just like such a good spin on it. And I feel like these two had like such a good taste and spin on this kind of style of instrumental. So this is a great choice. This is awesome, and the mix is fucking raw as shit. Everything knocks, nothing's clashing, too overbearing. Vocals sit nicely. Definitely a great instrumental choice for sure. So, you know, let's chat vocals here. Overall solid, you know what I mean? 2 minutes 9 seconds, and Ryuki was super consistent here. I feel like two shining stars for me when it comes to the vocals are the lyrics and writing here and the structure, right? Because 2 minutes and 9 seconds, like, you could do like one verse and like sort of like just spit over the same beat for 2 minutes 9 seconds or do whatever, but like this had some structure to it. So like it brings replayability, I guess, for more first time listeners, and they're like, oh shit, like this is fucking fire, and it feels like more like a full song. So this kind of style is good. I like the structure a lot. And of course it's enjoyable as well. Not to say that the other style is wrong, because there's no rules to this shit, but you guys know the drill. You know, sometimes songs just hit differently when they're structured a certain way, and this structure is awesome, especially when it comes to this hook. And partially due to the writing. Wave Dash has these like kind of futuristic bars, but like, you know, still has a lot of like fancy real life bars, I guess. Like there's a little bit of like I don't want to say like poetic kind of punchlines, but like there's like almost dreamlike ethereal punchlines, much like the cover, you know what I mean? There's a couple lines in here that like almost feel like virtual reality or like, you know, a dream sequence or things like that, like, but it's also matched with like this real, you know, swag to it. And that's another shining star absolutely for me, is the recording and performance here. This was definitely fun as shit to record, I bet. And for two, it was probably just like just one of those songs that you can enjoy to make, right? Because it's such a bop, and it just makes you groove and move, and it's definitely one of those tracks. So I love the consistency here. Great structure, great instrumental choice. Everything's awesome here. This is a great first impression, 100%. Let's talk about the theme here. Now, aesthetically, like I said, this cover's fucking great. But now that we've heard the audio, it definitely goes with the audio, 100%. And I forgot to mention earlier, the parental advisory is really just a nice slight addition there. It's awesome. It's awesome. Like, I have no gripes with this cover whatsoever. This will be our second submission tonight, and this is the second cover in a row where it's been like just a fucking stellar cover that easily matches the vibe of the song. Definitely has like a little bit of a futuristic vibe to it as well. Like I said, whoever did that just absolutely fucking snapped. For sure. So, the overall theme of Wave Dash, I mean, you know, there isn't like an overall theme that will like super jump out at you. This is more of a song where it's more of like just a lot of good writing, a lot of good punchlines, and a lot of good flows. Like it's got this kind of style that, like, you know, you could like get really hyped to it, you could chill out to it, you could like party to it, and it has that flexibility to it where, you know, it's not only blending sound styles, but it's also blending like listeners, you know what I mean? Because this one track has a lot of things that a lot of listeners like. So like if you're a first time listener, you're probably like, oh shit, this is fucking fire, let's see what else is in this bitch. You know what I mean? So this is definitely one of those tracks that could open a lot of doors when it comes to new listeners and being like, damn, let's see what else Ryuki has. You know what I mean? So this is interesting, man. I love the blend of styles. This is a great first impression. Huge shout out to Ryuki. Thank you for the submission, homie. Much motherfucking love. Make sure you go show Ryuki some love on SoundCloud per usual. 5 away from 120 followers. Make sure you go show him some love, man. And of course, make sure you follow Ryuki Online on Twitter. 2 away from 65 followers. Go show him some love, man. 2 away. The fuck? And per usual, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And huge shout out to everybody who's already subscribed to the Music Mondays YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed, what the fuck are you doing? Go show us some love, man. We are on the way to 60 subs, man. We upload 2 times a week. Full Music Mondays podcast, exclusive segments, exclusive tracks, a whole lot of good stuff over there. Make sure you go show the channel some love, man. Let's get back into this, chat. So, I mentioned Absolo a little bit earlier, and Absolo's up next. Now, Absolo is really an elite producer to me, for a couple reasons, but the number one being Absolo is, you know, among a group of producers that, you know, release instrumentals on their own and really treat themselves like an artist and really take their production seriously, you know what I mean? Not only their production, their platform in general. Absolo does an excellent job when it comes to that. So I'm excited to see what they have this week. They submitted a track titled Ludwig. I don't know Ludwig, you know what I mean? Because we've had a lot of interesting track titles from Absolo, so I'm definitely curious on what this is about to sound like. Minute 52, it's Tag Drill. We have the black and white Ludwig cover, and this is also an exclusive Music Mondays premiere. Interesting. Okay. Let's definitely check this out for sure. I have all the links to socials down here below as well. Music Mondays exclusive premiere. Absolo, Ludwig. Jeez! What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Jesus fuck, bro. Holy shit. Okay. Alright. Listen to me right now, motherfuckers. Absolo has like this style of drill that is just like, what the fuck, man? Like, shit. Okay, this is awesome. This might be one of my favorite Absolo tracks, actually. I am going to as far as saying that. Absolutely. Okay, so obviously no vocals here. So we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about the instrumental itself, and we're going to talk about the overall theme of Ludwig. So, man, like, what the fuck? Right off rip, the mix is great. You're always going to get a real solid, crisp kind of mix from Absolo. We haven't seen a really shitty mix from Absolo, especially when it comes to just instrumentals themselves. You know, and that's an important thing, especially when you're a producer like Absolo. And a producer like Absolo, meaning, you know, the 808 slides on this track, for example, were fucking awesome. You know what I mean? But they weren't gonna hit the same if you weren't gonna mix those down to a key, and really just keep them really crisp and solid. And Absolo does an excellent job at that. Really, really does a solid job. So, mix is fucking great. But you know, no surprise here. I think one of the shining stars for me is the melody. The melody is so fucking evil and like, what's the word? It's just evil, man. It is just a fucking evil melody. But the drums fit so well around this. You know what I mean? You didn't need a crazy amount of sounds for this. I really feel like Absolo hit it, or like really just on the fucking head when it comes to not only sound selection, but really utilizing those sounds in a way where you're getting everything at once, but it's not fucking overwhelming you. And these slides are just like just enough, you know what I mean? And they're super like comfortable on the ear. It's a really enjoyable listen when it comes to the drill style. But I feel like this melody almost puts it in a different block, you know what I mean? Because it's just so fucking evil. And I think Absolo does an excellent job when it comes to really like having unique takes on drill. Like Absolo and drill are some of my favorite tracks. Like just absolutely. Just because it's never like a drill type beat, you know what I mean? Like it's got a little bit of different sauce on it, you know what I mean? Whether it be sound selection, the mix, the structure. You know, for a minute 52, this fucking instrumental flies at you. You know what I mean? This is definitely one of those where could absolutely be released on its own and be, you know, using things like montages and just really go above and beyond with instrumentals like this because they're that crisp and they're that solid. So I really enjoy this one. Definitely one of my favorite Absolo tracks for sure. Let's talk about the theme here now. You know, regardless of who it is, whether it be Absono, any other producer that we feature here on Music Mondays that has a platform of their own, I like the consistency. You know, I like when artists care about their platform even just a little bit, right? And Absono absolutely does. Absono has a great example of that, you know, when it comes to their tracks and how they release their instrumentals, you know, whether it be a collab with another producer, you know, an artist verse, things like that. Like, they lay out their profile in a way where it's consistent across the board. And I think that's really dope to not only new listeners, but to just people identifying things with you, right? And people that want to support you. So Ludwig really falls in line with that kind of theme, which is great. So, you know, Ludwig could be so many things, right? But I almost feel like it's like backed by this kind of evil melody, and it just has that evil kind of final boss vibe to me. It really does. And I feel like Absono just hits the nail on the head with not only the things that I mentioned, the aesthetics, the instrumentals themselves, so crisp, very clean, but even more so, track titles. Track titles and their structure are always A plus when it comes to Absono. So that's just another thing that I'm a huge fan of for sure. So another producer that is in the big group is Absono. You know, the big group of producers that, you know, just treat themselves like artists and really care about their platforms and their instrumentals. And it's really awesome to see. Really, really awesome to see. So that was Ludwig. Huge shout out to Absono. Thank you for the submission, homie. Much motherfucking love. Make sure you go show Absono some love on SoundCloud. 4 away from 30 followers, man. Lots of instrumentals, lots of collabs on there. Go show him some love. Per usual, make sure you follow Absono on Twitter at ProudAbsono. 3 away from 300, man. That's a good milestone, man. 3 away. What the fuck? Go show him some love, bro. And of course, per usual, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description for the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are closing in on 60 motherfucking subscribers. And if you have subscribed, thank you. We upload 2 times a week, full podcast episodes, Music Mondays exclusive tracks, exclusive segments are on there. Go show the channel some love, man. So, per usual, we'll go through audio and then we'll go through visuals and other pieces of media afterwards. So we'll save this Bloodcat submission and we'll wrap back around to that. Don't you worry. We have an Offspring submission down below that as well. So we'll definitely get down to that. That's for sure. So awesome fucking job so far. You guys are absolutely fucking amazing. Jesus, let's fucking get it. Let's fucking go. You guys are just snapping lately. I love it. All right. I believe up next we have another first-time submitting artist by the name of Ryrock. And they submitted a track titled So Long. So I'm definitely interested, man. I believe this one made it onto our recent SoundCloud Sunday. And I'm excited to react to this on the show. So first-time submitting artist, Ryrock. So Long. And this cover is actually really awesome. I love the palette here. The color palette is so fucking awesome. That blue is great. Yeah, this is a really good like throwback 70s kind of vibe here. I like this a lot. Let's get into this. First time submitting artist Ryrock. So Long.
See right here, look at the stars. Baby, I just want you to find your heart. Baby, let's just hope that we don't crash this car. Because I'm kinda drunk, and you also are. But the difference is that I'm off a bar. So just hold me close until it's too far. Baby, if you miss me, look at the stars. It's been so long. It's been so long. It's been so long. It's been so long. No, I just sit here in my bedroom, locked myself in the bathroom. But then I look at the stars, they don't seem as far. When I'm looking at you, I can't help but to stare. I'm sorry if I ask you if you really care. It's been so long. It's been so long. It's been so long. It's been so long. No, I just sit here in my bedroom, locked myself in the bathroom. But then I look at the stars, they don't seem as far. It's been so long. It's been so long. It's been so long. It's been so long.
Let's go. Yeah, that track is fucking crazy, man. Rye has this like insane voice. Just such an insane voice. Like there are so many things and just oh man, like the possibilities are endless. And this was like just such a simple yet melodic example of, you know, the potential here. This is awesome. Especially for a first time submitting artist. This is a great first impression. So you guys know the drill. Let's break this down. We're gonna talk about three things. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals. We're gonna talk about the overall theme of So Long. Right off rip, the instrumental is super simplistic, but the mix is so wide and just so crisp that like you don't, you know, if you were going to like make something more out of this, you could have. But I feel like Ryan Dan really had a different vision for this, especially considering it's tagged almost jazz and blues. It kind of has that like throwback kind of vibe to it. So this instrumental, while simplistic, yes, I feel like it's so well utilized when it comes to the mix and really like filling out this track. And the rest is all vocals, man. So the instrumental is a great foundation for what the vision was and what the final product is. So I feel like Dan did an excellent job when it comes to this instrumental, for sure. Melody is fucking wonderful. So let's talk about vocals. Now, obviously, first time submitting artist. So if we're going just off of this track, of course, this is a great first impression. Like, this voice is just out of this world. You know, we have a lot of great artists here on Music Mondays. But everybody's so individually talented. This is just another style to like really almost add to the collection because this is so unique. You know what I mean? This is so fucking unique. You cannot even compare this to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, there isn't many that come to my head that's like, oh yeah, that's kind of, you know, reminds me of that. No, this is like really raw and original. So these vocals are fucking great. The mix is good. Nothing clashing too overbearing when it comes to the instrumental and vocals. Mix is solid for sure. I'd have to say the shining stars are writing though. Writing 100%. The writing's great, simple, yet the delivery is so it's not like a super emotional delivery, but it's a good enough delivery as to where like you can feel almost dreamlike again. You know what I mean? It's almost very dreamlike and very like ethereal, almost peaceful a bit. A very laid back vibe here for sure. So yeah, lyrics, writing, performance, absolutely a shining star for me. Um, this would be one of those songs that would be crazy, crazy live. So yeah, vocals are great. This was an awesome first impression. The structure was good too. 3 minutes 4 seconds. This was really filled out and really, really well done. Doesn't get repetitive, of course. Hook is great. Really delivers, to be honest with you, especially for like a more chill track. Definitely delivers. So let's talk about the theme here. Aesthetically, this was great. Definitely matches the vocals. Not only the vocals, but the overall instrumental vibe as well. I really feel like it definitely matched up for sure. So with that said, I'd have to say the color palette's great. Definitely some of my favorite aspects of this. It almost has that like 70s like spray paint font almost. It's really dope and definitely matches the overall like peaceful aesthetic for sure. Now the overall theme of So Long, man, you could get a lot of things from this. You know what I mean? You know, you, I guess, you know, this is one of those emotional kind of tracks in terms of writing where somebody like Rye, who's the artist in question, really has like a personal almost story they're telling here, but like people from the outside could absolutely relate to the very same story. I feel like So Long is like such a broad subject, but like the writing is so relatable and just so well done that people not only relate to the lyrics but definitely relate to the performance and the recording of this and like how the vibes are. And I really feel like the cover is like another, like another telltale sign of that, you know what I mean, as to where like it just has that kind of so long goodbye, but it's not goodbye forever kind of vibe. You know what I mean? And there's a couple of lines in um bars in here where some people could relate, some people may not relate. But one thing is for sure, there's definitely some lines in here that somebody's bound to pick up on, and they're like, "Damn, that's some real shit." So like, this is definitely one of those like hits home kind of songs, but like, it's so well done that it's very enjoyable to listen to, and it just kind of scratches the surface, and it's almost like a pleasant reminder of pain, somewhat. So it's definitely poetic. I like this theme a lot, and definitely, a lot of people could get a lot from this. So I love tracks like that, 100%. So huge shout out to Rye Rock, man. That was a first time submitting artist. Much motherfucking love. Make sure you go follow them on SoundCloud. They are 2 away from a 1.710. Go show them some love. And of course, per usual, make sure you follow Rye on Twitter. They are 3 away from 75. Go show them some love, man. That was excellent. That was wow. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 60 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week. Music Mondays, exclusive segments, tracks, full podcast episodes. Everything's on the channel. Make sure you go show us some love, man. Wound Control, what's good, homie? Welcome. I hope you're well. So, I think up next is another media submission. So we have quite the amount of media submissions tonight. Excellent. That's good. So a Blood Cat will have to come back to, and Offspring will have to come back to. So up next we got the homie Lord Heretic, man. I think we're about halfway through the show and our submissions. So I think we can take a break. Chat. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take a quick commercial break here, and when we come back, we're gonna get through all these submissions. We're gonna check out what's left, and then we're gonna chat before the show ends. And then this week we have some really big things coming. So with that said, we're gonna take a commercial break, like I said. Huge shout out to anybody that has came through, shown love tonight, anything like that. Thank you, my friends. I hope you're all well. And if you're still here, make sure you get up, stretch, go get some water, go have a smoke, go get some food, go get a snack, do whatever you got to do. And when we come back, we're gonna go through the rest of our submissions. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in action. I hope you're well. Hope you got up, stretch, got a drink, do whatever you need to do. Let's get back into the action, man. So, coming off of a first time submitting artist, Ryrock, huge shout out to them. Up next, like I said, we got the homie Lord Heretic. Of course, Offspring is a media submission, so we'll run back around to that for sure. Heretic actually submitted 2 tracks this week, and it's kind of funny because in their second track description, they said, "I don't know if I submitted that already. Here's this in case." LOL. No, Heretic, you have not submitted And Still I Wept. So I'm definitely excited to react to this on the show. If you don't know, Heretic is definitely the leading scorer when it comes to heavier vocals, alternative vocals, definitely more punk style stuff. Heretic is extremely talented. We've been working closely over the last couple months. Heretic's been putting in work, man. Putting in a lot of work. Lots of good things to come. So I'm excited to get into this track on the show. And Still I Wept, featuring Oni Inc. Let's pop this open in a new tab. And of course, Prod Aesthetic Gloom. Aesthetic Gloom is a very go-to producer when it comes to Heretic. We've reviewed many of their tracks here on the show. So this one's no different and is an absolute fucking banger. Lots of good love on here for sure. Let's get it. Okay, and you guys know the drill. I am a crazy big fan of trash art, and more specifically, this cover in particular for this album. This album is fucking crazy. And I feel like this cover just perfectly encapsulates what this album feels and sounds like for sure. Very simple, yet really just hits the nail on the head. So let's get into this, man. And Still I Wept, featuring Oni Inc. Prod Aesthetic Gloom. That track is fucking crazy, man. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Now, the album is called And Still I Wept, so this is the title track from the album, and it does not disappoint whatsoever. These two together go really fucking well. Heretic absolutely fucking crushed it. So let's break this down, man. We're gonna talk about 3 things, of course. We're going to talk about the instrumental, we're going to talk about vocals, and we're going to talk about the overall theme of And Still I Wept. Man, where to even begin? Well, Aesthetic Gloom, like I said, is a producer that's really a go-to, if you will, for Heretic, and I feel like these two work so fucking well together. And this is just another instrumental where Heretic just had a fucking field day. It's really just a sound that's, I almost feel like Heretic didn't mean to fall into this well. You know what I mean? Because now it's just become so standard for Heretic to just eat these fucking kind of instrumentals alive. Where normally, sometimes people uh do different shit on these kinds of instrumentals and, may or may not be as good, but Heretic always makes sure that it's like really just this kind of different fucking approach. And Aesthetic just fucking has this knack for these kind of like raw, heavier, kind of like almost punkish style oriented dark trap like ethereal instrumentals, man. Like they're very specific. But always super dark, and Heretic mixes really, really fucking well with them. So huge shout out to Aesthetic, man. Absolutely fucking snapped. Structure's great, sound selection is fucking amazing. Sound selection is actually like one of the shining stars as far as the instrumental goes, for sure. The drum selection is really crazy. Um Now, let's talk about vocals. Now, Heretic really, really went fucking above and beyond in this track. Um, especially being the title track, it's, you almost expect it to be like the standout single, right? And like I said, it absolutely does not disappoint. Heretic absolutely fucking crushed it when it comes to this hook and really like making a picture very vivid when it comes to the concept of "And Still I Wept" and what that means to Heretic, right? Especially visually. I feel like this is another track where me myself as a listener for the first time that I heard this, um it was very easy for me to visualize the lyrics, to be honest with you. So the writing on this is just fucking stellar. Heretic is a super super talented writer, and I think it shows here on this track in particular. Um, just because of not only the writing itself, right, but for how it's performed, like the ad libs, the backing vocals. Like there's so many things here where it just puts that extra like emphasis on the writing itself, and it just really does it for me. The other shining star here is for sure the hook. The hook is great. It's definitely one of those hooks that like just makes you want to turn up. It's just straight up fucking like mosh music for sure. Like you can just turn up to this. This is really just fucking get up and go kind of shit, and it's fucking A1. Um, Now to talk about Oni for a bit, we haven't had too much exposure to Oni here on the channel, maybe once or twice. If not, this is for sure the first time. But I like these two together, you know what I mean? I feel like these two have similar styles, but they're a bit opposite, you know what I mean? I feel like you get a bit more grime with Heretic and a bit more like emphasis, and then with Oni you get a lot of like a lot of like more visualizing ability with lyrics, and like you get a lot of like writing where it's like, ha, that was clever, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of similarities and a lot of differences, but I feel like they both really came together on a track like this and really just like fucking did some fusion from fucking like I don't know, bro. This is some like Trunks and Goten shit. It really is some Dragon Ball Z shit, man. Like I feel like these two really complemented each other on this track. So Heretic laid a really good foundation for Oni, with that said. And Oni absolutely did a great job when it comes to writing. Like as a first time listener, because obviously I've heard this track before, but I would imagine as a first time listener to Heretic, you'd be like, damn, like that's like a pretty redeeming abilities like throughout the whole song. you're able to visualize like 99% of it. And for it being like the title track, I feel like that's like such a positive. It really is such a positive. um but then again, I feel like these two just blend together so well that regardless of what it was, I feel like it was going to be able to um just blossom into something really dope. So Oni definitely killed it. Shining Stars definitely riding for sure. Heretic's hook is really really fucking crazy. Definitely one of my favorite hooks from the album for sure. Um but let's talk a little bit about the theme here. Now, aesthetically, you guys, like I said, you already know how I feel about this cover, man. Huge shout out Trash Art. They absolutely fucking killed it. That is just 10 out of 10 album material for sure. And if you haven't listened to this album through and through, make sure you go and do so, because you'll understand exactly what I mean and why this is like just such a perfect cover for an album like this. It's truly just grimy yet crisp and very like minimal, and it's really right to the point, just like this album. So aesthetically, always on point. Um, Now the overall theme of "And Still I Wept," it really is the title track. Like if there was one song on here, to like really explain the style, like have an example. I mean, there's a couple others too, like Bohemian Grove and Prima Donna. Like those are really standout tracks too. But "And Still I Wept" as a title track, just because it is the title track, I feel like it's a great example of what this album represents, and really shows off the skills of not only Heretic but um Oni as well, because it's really just a nice blend of like two opposite styles. You know what I mean? Of two similar styles. You know what I mean? Um, it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a comparison. You know what I mean? It's like it's like regular soda and like diet soda and like sugar free soda and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like it's all like the same, but it's like slightly different. And I feel like you're getting a little bit on this track, and it's a great preview for what comes in Still I Wept if you hadn't heard it yet. So with that said, make sure you go check out "And Still I Wept," and huge shout out to Lord Heretic. Thank you for submission, homie. Much motherfucking love. Heretic is 2 away from 760. Go show Heretic some love. Lots of motherfucking bangers on there. Lots of good stuff on there actually. And of course, make sure you follow Lord Heretic on Twitter. He is 4 away from 160, man. That's a good milestone. Go show him some love. Let's fucking go. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in a description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We upload 2 times a week, full podcast episodes, exclusive tracks, exclusive Music Monday segments, a whole lot of good stuff on there, man. Go show these artists some love. Go show our channel some love. And thank you. Let's get it, chat. What a night, bro. What a fucking night, man. So, before we get into this next submission, there's a couple things going down for Music Mondays, but I have a lot of great ideas for the podcast, and lots of new guests are going to be coming on and things like that. So, definitely expect some really cool shakeups for the show as well, for sure. Just now thinking of that because I have a bunch of stuff plotted out. So, I was just sipping Gatorade. Let's move on to I believe our last audio track of the night. Because Matt submitted a bit late, so if we have some time, after the media submissions, we'll definitely roll back through to that for sure. But up next we got the homie Cole Gerard, man. Cole fucking Gerard. So Cole has been putting in a crazy amount of work, whether it be through mixing, production, doing other shit for, you know, other artists, their own music, their own vocals, a whole lot of stuff going on with Coleman. But it's been a little bit since we've heard just a Cole track. We've heard some collabs, we've heard some other stuff, but it's been a minute. And Cole has one of the craziest, most unique styles for sure, especially like with the ability to blend so many styles in one motherfucking track. So, I'm excited to get into this. This is, I think, brand new, and it's titled Wait. Yeah, 4 days ago. Let's peep this. Let's go. So right off rip, this cover's great. I love like the analog kind of style. I love the font. Prod Sono, parental advisory. It's almost like holographic. This is good. This is fucking good right here. This is awesome. Track is such a bop. Let's fucking get it, Bloodcat. I hope you're well, homie. Yeah, this is gonna be good. So let's check this out, man. Like I said, it's been a little while since we've heard some OG Cole, man. It's been a minute. So let's check this out. Cole Girard, Wait, Prod Sono.
Wait, raise the bar, ayy, power product ain't no waste, ayy, I'll take a price to pay, how your drip shop will I pay, so I'm ripping on fire when I drain, down in the drain, thinking that I should better, no, I get the worst, stop that shit, put on reverse, that way I always love and pay, I'm gonna fuck at the end of the day, nigga, I got you, I got that way, step on me, wait, ayy, yeah, that bitch don't wave me, bitch don't pray for me, mom and wife pay, nigga stupid rat shit, started young, half lucid, ass clap, give me applause, hitting like a dog, yeah, that bitch don't wave me, mom touch, bitch don't pray for me, mom and wife pay, nigga stupid rat shit, started young, half lucid, forgive me if big bosses I'm forgiving, and even when I'm down, but Chevy with it, fuck I'm always down deep in it, long dickin', yeah, I like to go deep sea fishing, yeah. Bitch, a chicken in the kitchen with my homie doing dishes, swimming around with strange fishes, 3 house, 3 bitches, know it's summer strange, when I packed it nice, lice, ice style, need some friends around right now. Wait, hold up, wait, ain't no way, you can see, that dick don't hit like paint, still on it, love me, that got it, you away. Still on it, love me, yeah, I got it, you away. Still on it, wait, yeah, that bitch don't wait me, palm touch, bitch don't pray for me, palm away, make it stupid rat shit, started on half lucid, ass clap, give me applause, hitting like a dog, yeah, that bitch don't wait me, palm touch, bitch don't pray for me, palm away, make it stupid rat shit, started on half lucid.
Wow. That was crazy. that just fucking hits you like a train, bro. Cole just fucking comes at you like, Alright, bro. Alright. This was good. Because like I said, it's been a minute since we've heard some OG Cole, man. So let's get into this. We're going to talk about 3 things. We're going to talk about the instrumental. We're going to talk about vocals. We're going to talk about the overall theme of Wait. So right off rip, Ab-Sono is really such a unique producer, man. We went over one of their tracks earlier. It was definitely a completely different style than this, but this is another one of those examples of Ab-Sono really like doing a different style, but like really adding their own spin on it. And Ab-Sono's really been working with a lot of the Music Mondays community and branching out. And like I've been seeing a lot of these tracks, man. This is another great collab. Like this is just one of those collabs that just like right off rip, fucking works. Now, with that said, of course, per usual, mix is great, especially when it comes to the instrumental and vocals. Nothing's clashing, too overbearing. I feel like these two really fucking nailed it. I mean, these are two artists right here, Absolno and Cole, that have really crisp, solid mixes. So, it's no surprise that the whole track is very crisp and solid. No surprise whatsoever. So the instrumental is great. Epsono absolutely killed it. It's a very Cole, fast paced kind of come at you kind of beat. You know what I mean? It's just like kind of in your face, and it's very like aggressive isn't really the right term, but it's definitely very hype, and it's dope. So Epsono definitely has that knack for like more unique, like a fast paced style instrumentals for sure, especially when it comes to like trap and like hip hop and like alternatives of those two. So this is a great instrumental choice for sure. Now let's talk about vocals. Right off the bat, like I said, the mix is great. These are two artists that are very solid in their mix game for sure. Absolno with instrumentals and Cole with vocals, very very solid. So no surprise to me that this is a crisp, solid mix. But man, Shining Star right off the rip is the hook for sure. The hook and chorus is like the track is titled Wait, like WEIGHT, but like when you hear it, like say you didn't know that and you hear it and you just hear the hook, it like makes you think of Wait, and it kind of has that like wordplay effect on it. And I feel like tracks like this are like super fucking like unique, like very, very unique in that aspect where it's like, it's like a very fast paced turn up kind of song and the hook really shines, but it's like, it has that wordplay effect to it that really like gives it that extra like, kind of like unique kind of knack to it. And I think that's dope. So Shining Star for me, absolutely a hook. Writing was great. I feel like Cole, had a really consistent flow throughout the whole song, because we've seen Cole effortlessly kind of switch flows, but this is one of those examples where Cole really like really ate up this beat and really like worked with the beat and kind of like did his own thing while the beat did its own thing. So I feel like this was a really good collab between Epsono and Cole. But like I said, the writing was great. Cole's definitely an artist that you can really like enjoy their punchlines and like really like go back and listen to some of their tracks and really be like, oh, like that like it hits like just as hard as it did the first time kind of lyric. You know what I mean? So that's a really, really dope feeling. 2 minutes 15 seconds, this track really comes at you and is really structured and really well done. This is a perfect kind of single track for somebody like Cole, for sure. And it's with another great producer as well, so good collab here. Now, let's talk about the theme here. Aesthetically, I really like the kind of analog VHS look a lot. I really feel like this look is very like it's just so it's just one of my personal favorite kind of looks. So I feel like Cole did a really good spin on this, and I assume Cole did the art. If not, whoever did an excellent job. But I do like the analog style. I like how it's like almost like it's got like a strict color palette, but like it's got enough colors on it to like make it attractive. It does its job, and whoever did this cover absolutely did a really good job when it comes to like having like an effective, memorable cover. 100%. One of my personal favorites from Cole for sure. It was me. Yeah, see, I thought so. You went fucking hard. I really like this a lot. And the parental advisory, proud Epsono on the cover as well. Huge shout. But I like this a lot. This is definitely one of my favorite Cole covers. Like, absolutely for sure. Just has that like kind of throwback, like VHS, little bit of analog style to it, and it really is a nice touch when it comes to a track like this. Now the overall theme of Wait. Now, you can interpret this a couple different ways, but this is really like a good turn up song. Like it's a very like fast pace, not slow down, kind of like really make you move kind of track, much like Heretic's last track was. This is another one of those tracks that really fucking comes at you, and you need to listen to it a couple times to really like not fully understand it, because there isn't like really a theme that is like jumping out at you, but like to understand the punchlines and the little bars and the small things about this track, and Cole really showing off their artistry. I feel like this is a great showcase of Cole's writing and performance skills when it comes to recording, for sure. So this is a great example and a great like almost like portfolio track, if you will. Oh, hey, you make music? Yeah, here's my new song. This is like if I was a vocalist, because obviously I'm not, just a fucking producer. Well, obviously when it comes to music, but like this is like one of those songs I'd be like, oh shit, like yeah, like I just put this out. This is gonna be sick, and you'd be able to show that to somebody. You know what I mean? So that's fucking hard. That's really, really hard. So yeah, this was a great track, and I cannot wait to see what Cole comes up with next, man. Huge shout out to Cole. Thank you for submission, homie. Much motherfucking love. Cole is 5 away from 40, man. Go show Cole some motherfucking love on SoundCloud. Some gems in there, some good collabs on there, some heat on there, man. And of course, per usual, go show Cole some love on Twitter. Cole is 6 away from 30 followers, man. Go show him some love. 6 away. Like I said, these couple were a bit late, so we'll wrap back around to those. But up next, we have our media submissions. Let's peep these. Thank you, dog. Music vid for it soon. Shit, you gotta send that the podcast way, baby. I'm definitely trying to react to that for sure. Let's fucking get it, baby. Let's get it. So, up next, we got the homie Bloodcat, man. And this is our first media submission of the night. So, per usual, after all the audio submissions are done, we come back through and go through the media, the digital art, the merchandise, pretty much all other forms of media that were submitted. And the first of which is a Bloodcat's official brand new music video for Play Cars, which we've reviewed before on the show. So this is dope, man. I love when this happens. I love when artists come back around and you know, submit the video for a song that they've already got reviewed on the show, because it's like super cool for me to go back and like have a second look at the song like with a visual. Like it's really fucking enjoyable for me. So it's dope. There are like 5 versions of this. Yo, Buckhat's been putting fucking work, man. So before we get started, per usual, we're gonna pop this open a new tab or Rooney. If you don't know, a Bloodcat has been submitting to the podcast for a bit. Extremely talented artist. Super dope member of the community. And it just has one of the most unique style we've ever seen. Not only in Music Mondays community, but in the underground community in general. So this will be my pleasure to check out for sure. I'm definitely excited to react to this. So we got some creds per usual. Awesome video creds. Yep. Stream the song. Yep. Love that. And we got the lyrics and description. Okay. Lots of love in the comments. Okay. Love that. Alright, so what we're going to do here before we even move any further, let's 720p this, so we'll full screen it and it doesn't fucking render on us. And yeah, we're good to go, chat. Let's fucking do this. So we've reviewed Play Cars here on the show before, but of course we've never reacted nor reviewed the music video. So this will be a first for Music Mondays. Let's check this out. Brand new, literally dropped 2 days ago. Bloodcat, Play Cars, official music videos. Prod, Blocks or Tommy.
back it up, maybe like, baby like, back it up, baby like that. You say it's too much sometimes. I can show you how to like that, yeah. And we can make love sometimes. No love, no love. I can show you how to fight back. And when we fight, there's no one left behind. Remember all the times I changed your mind, girl. Let me change your mind, girl. Back it up, rewind, girl. Let me change your mind, cause you're just as fine tonight. I won't tell no lies tonight, but if we living wrong, I'm dying right. Cry your eyes out every time you can't make up your mind. Turn the lights out, let me color in your body. Let me color out the lines, out the lights. The sex is amazing, but you know that. Not even saying we should go back. Can you back it up, baby, right? Back it up, maybe like, baby like, back it up, baby like that. You say it's too much sometimes. I can show you how to like that, yeah. And we can make love sometimes. No love, no love. I can show you how to fight back. And when we fight, there's no one left behind. Remember all the times I changed your mind, girl. Let me change your mind, girl. Back it up, rewind, girl. Let me change your mind, cause you're just as fine tonight.
What the fuck? Yo. Now that was something, man. What the fuck? Okay. So this, bro, just recently I watched I watched some like top 10 lists of like the most like scary music videos or some shit like that. And this reminded me of like that kind of like, you know, like early 2000s music video vibe where like they were always switching the camera angles and like they were always like almost doing the same thing but just in like a different way. Bro, I've said it before since like day fucking one. Bloodcat is like the king of DIY visuals, man. Like, what the fuck? So, of course, we've already reviewed the audio of Play Cars, but let's break down this visual here. We know Bloodcat as really the visual of like just the visual artist that is just I remember the first submission. I literally remember the very first submission and I was like, yo, what the fuck? And it was like one of my favorite DIY visuals I've seen. You know what I mean? And like I love all DIY visuals, but Bloodcat was I don't even remember what particular track it was, but it was all shot by Bloodcat, edited by Bloodcat, directed, and then obviously the track. Like, and this is like an example of how far it's come because this is all still the same. You know what I mean? This is literally like the vision. And this video in particular for Play Cars definitely reminds me of that throwback kind of like MTV early 2000s like kind of like neighborhood vibe. You know what I mean? Like once again a very summer-esque visual for sure. I mean, we're very early in August 8th, and this is such a like a great like end of summer visual, you know what I mean? Like don't want summer to end kind of shit, you know? Because obviously Play Cars is absolutely fucking classic like audio regardless, but from just like a visual standpoint, there's a lot of things I like about this. But off rip, we all know that Bloodcat's definitely not camera shy. We knew that from the very jump, you know what I mean? Never has been, but there are a lot of like really good touches about this, you know what I mean? Like from the face mask to the standard a Bloodcat fits to the like utilization of like so many different locations, but like not at the same time, you know what I mean? It's just like the angles and like the editing here is just like so well done because like it can be like very stressful sometimes when you want to have like a really big vision for a visual, but you can't like do all the things that you want to do. But a Bloodcat really knows how to like keep it simple, but like when it comes to post-production, really make a visual like what their vision really like means to them and like want it to be. Like that's like really dope to like, you know, really like make it the least taxing on yourself to actually like go out and film a visual and get a visual done, and then in post you'd be able to like really structure it in a way where you're like, okay, this is like fucking exactly what I wanted. And there's like maybe like 4 to 5 different um shots here, and then there's like a couple different like uh outfits, and then the van shot in particular is one of my favorites just because that's super unique, like with all the balloons and shit. Like I feel like that's a really great shot. The porch shot's really dope. There's a lot of like just shots here that like keep the whole neighborhood summer like doesn't want to end kind of vibe. I shot this at my house before I moved. See, like it really does have that like kind of vibe to it, you know what I mean? And it's super comfortable. It's super super fucking comfortable. I really feel like this came out awesome. And then like even the small things, right? Like the small clips in between like the big clips, and like just the filters, and it's all mixed really really fucking well. But I'd have to say the shining star for sure is the overall aesthetic. The aesthetic of this whole visual is something that is like, when it's done, it's either really really fucking fire or it's really really ass. And this in this case is really really fucking fire because it's super original, and it's super like you can tell that there was no like super structure to this, and like the fact that it's very like, yo, I want to do this, film this, and yo, let me like do this, and this will look sick. And like a lot of this comes out so fucking dope, like so fucking dope. So I really appreciate the like ingenuity and like the effort that goes into some of this. Like these visuals are really well done, and ever since day one I've thought that about Bloodcat visuals, and this is another one in the collection that I really really enjoy 100%, and really brings that kind of like early 2000s MTV vibe, and I like it a lot. So this was fucking great. What a fucking visual here. What a visual here. Um, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And like I said, the description is fucking loaded. We have all the lyrics, lots of love in the comments as well. I'm going to comment W. And with that said, make sure you go drop a comment and go run this fucking visual up. Absolutely. Huge shout out to Bloodcat. Thank you for submission, homie. Much, much motherfucking love. And of course, make sure you go sub to Bloodcat on YouTube at Bloodcat. And make sure you follow Lil Skunky Raps on Twitter, Bloodcat's alternative account. 6 away from 50 followers. Go show that some love as well, my friends. And, per usual, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be links in the description for the YouTube re-upload. And, per usual, subscribe if you haven't already. We're approaching 60 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week, exclusive segments, full podcast episodes, a whole lot of good stuff on the channel, man. Make sure you go show us some love. I love you, Zom. I love you, Bloodcat. Thank you for submission, homie. I appreciate you, my friend. Let's fucking get it, baby. So, our next immediate submission. Let's go, chat. Okay, so we got the homie Offspring, and Offspring has been going fucking crazy with the content recently, man. Like, going absolutely fucking crazy with the content. Offspring said recently that they were going to take a little break from content. So this is gonna be kind of a bittersweet submission, because who knows when the next time will be that we get some Bloodcat or Offspring content. But everybody needs a break. Like, let's be completely honest, right? Like, nobody needs to be working 24/7, whether it be their art, their fucking other work. I don't care what you're doing. You know what I mean? Nobody needs to be grinding 24/7, and that's always healthy because not only for like the physical reasons and the mental reasons, but when you take a break and you let yourself heal and things like that, you have the ability to come back 10 times as hard, right? And that's one thing I would always recommend than to like half-ass any work or like to like push through the bullshit. Just take a break. You know what I mean? Just take a break and you'll be able to come back 10 times harder. Offspring Mysterious, what's good, baby? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Room service, let's fucking go. So, like I said, Offspring, man, one thing that I do want you guys to take from Offspring, per usual, is the fact that Offspring is one of the hardest working creatives we have out here when it comes to not only production but all forms of art. Offspring's an artist that really goes above and beyond for their own art, whether it be their YouTube, their instrumentals, their visual art. There are just so many cases where Offspring's like, damn, that's a lot of work, and it's always so respectable because like the grind not only takes a lot of work though, but it pays off because Offspring has like such a great portfolio. You know what I mean? It's all worth it. Like, we've watched so many great visuals here from Offspring. That's why I'm excited to get into this one, man. And the caption reads, just going to leave this here. Hardest working is an understatement. Wait till you hear the backlore of this video and my future promo video. Oh shit. Let's go. Okay, so we already popped this open in a new tab. Chapter 1, Frozen Breeze, New Winter Spirits. Does anybody got a North Face coat? Dude, that last line is comedy. What the fuck? That last line is actually comedy. Oh my god. Let's 1080 this. Full volume. Offspring Mysterious, Chapter 1, Frozen Breeze, New Winter Spirits. Aw, shit. Aw, shit. Aw, yeah. Aw, yeah. New fucking Offspring, baby. August motherfucking 17th. Let's go, man. Let's go. We fucking... Oh, man. Let's go, Offspring. See, shit like this is really, really fucking dope. And I feel like this is the kind of content where it could spread to, like, YouTube Shorts. You could spread this to, like, Instagram Shorts, TikTok Shorts. Like, this kind of content is really quality. And it's such a, like, great original way to promo shit. I like this a lot. And this is actually from July 25th. So, interesting. Interesting. So, I'm excited, man. August 17th. So, we should definitely be expecting that on the Music Mondays podcast for sure. Let's fucking go, Offspring. This was dope. This was really, really dope. And like very ahead of schedule. I like that a lot. I like a lot of this. You know what I mean? I really feel like this is like you know, such a great direction to take your content. I really like this. With my song titled New Winter Breeze, I knew a video in Snow with 50 aesthetics. 1000%. 1000%. I think you did a great job, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm excited to definitely react to that on the podcast. Make sure you submit that to us because wowie wow wow. Let's fucking go, man. Yeah, like I said, definitely a shining star here is the short consumable content that I feel like Offspring Mysterious as a platform really benefit from, you know what I mean? I really feel like you would progress so much while still doing your full length content and then promoting music this way. I feel like this is so awesome. So awesome. Super fucking original. By the way, do you have a North Face coat? Bro, when I read that, I was like, what the fuck? Do you have a North Face coat? It's like super fucking specific, dude. That is, dude, I love this. This is awesome. The future of Offspring is bright, ladies and gentlemen. Chat. This is awesome. This is fucking awesome. Let's go, Offspring. Thank you for the submission, homie. Much motherfucking love. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you, my friend. This was fucking great. Look at this thumbnail right here. I mean, come on. Let's fucking go. Per usual, make sure you show some love to Offspring Mysterious. 5 subs away from 90. That's a great milestone. Go show Offspring some love, man. And of course, per usual, make sure you follow Offspring Mysterious at Beats Mode on Twitter. Go show them some love as well. 4 away from 850. That is a great fucking milestone. Go show them some love, man. Damn. Thank you. You're the best. Let's fucking get it, Offspring. Let's fucking go. You're the best, homie. Thank you for the submission. Excellent job. Keep grinding. Take care of yourself. And you got this. Let's fucking go, baby. So, let's wrap back around to one of the later submissions that we got past submission time. I very rarely do this, but Matt Rocks did submit something past closing time, but we have some time to get through Matt's submission for sure. And I don't think Freshen Up the account follows us. No, they don't. So per usual, just to pay respect to everybody else that does follow the account and things like that. That's why we do ask that you do follow the account. If you're submitting to Music Mondays, of course, because there are people that do wait all week and things like that. So just to pay respect to them and to help grow the platform, that's all we do ask. But let's wrap back around to our last submission of the night. And of course, last but definitely not motherfucking least, Matt Rocks. And they submitted a track titled Run. And it's a deluxe track. Now, Matt's definitely one of the most talented artists we've ever seen here on Music Mondays, bar none. Matt has such a unique style when it comes to really blending genres and really like pushing the bar and the ceiling of like what all of these genres can do. Matt's extremely talented. Just, you know, you could go back to like, you know, maybe a couple episodes ago where, you know, anytime we've reviewed Matt, and it's been some fucking crazy reactions, and it's well deserved. So they submitted a track titled Run, and it's a deluxe track. 2 minutes 6 seconds. Cover is definitely fire, definitely a very Matt Rocks art style. Has that like punk, almost cartoony aesthetic. So I like that cover a lot for sure. Let's check this out. Hyper pop punk, and it's got some interesting tags here. Let's get into it. Matt Rocks, Run. Jesus, bro. Let's fucking go. So, as I was listening to this, I was like, holy shit. This is like almost like a Run remix, kind of like almost it's like it's like a redux almost. Like, holy shit, this is fucking crazy. Yeah, because we've played and reacted to Run initially, but this is like such a new spin on this, man. Holy fuck. So, we all know Matt is like one extremely talented vocalist, but this is like really, like I said, pushing the ceiling of this shit like 1000%. So, let's break this down. We're gonna talk about three things. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, we're gonna talk about vocals, and talk about the overall theme of Run. Right off rip, the instrumental is changed up slightly. New guitars, and right off rip, without a doubt, the synths and the melds and the sound selection, particularly in the melodies, are the shining star for sure. The mix is great. Matt definitely always has a really solid mix when it comes to their tracks and how intense they are, right? But I always feel like they definitely have a solid, all around, well done mix for sure. Um, but for those of you who don't know, Matt is also a producer and really a one stop shop when it comes to their own music. And Matt does really well when it comes to collabs as well. But Matt also really runs this shit when it comes to their own music. So this instrumental was a great, great remix when it comes to the original version of Run and this version. I believe the original version is still up, so if it is, I'll link both in the description of the YouTube video so you guys can compare both versions. But this version is fucking crazy, and the instrumental is really, really stellar. like just Jesus. Really, it's like a new take on like some like alternative punk. It really is. But let's talk about vocals for a second here. I've always enjoyed Matt's vocals, but in this track in particular, I feel like it really pushes the ceiling when it comes to this style of like alternative kind of, punk rock vocals, almost like, there's a couple interesting tags down there like pop and alternative rock, and like that really is like leaning what it's toward, like pop punk a little bit too. Like it's a little bit of the alternative style, but nonetheless, Matt does an excellent job at like raising the bar and like pushing the ceiling and like what can be done with this kind of music. And I love to see the envelope really extended and pushed, man. Like it's really sick. Um, so the other thing here is definitely my shining star is the writing. You know what I mean? Like Matt's one hell of a performer. I feel like a lot of these songs live would be fucking crazy, but the writing is just like A1. It's really chef's kiss, and like a lot of the emotional lyrics like can be heavily related to, but in a track like this, is to where like it's not laid down by an emotional foundation. It's more of like a hype in your face foundation. It's like, it's definitely a more moving kind of instrumental. So you mix that with some more emotional, heavier lyrics, you start to get like some like real crazy feelings, and you're like, damn, this is fucking amazing. And Matt does that really well. So that's a very rare trait when it comes to being an artist, and especially in this genre. So vocals were excellent. Now, let's talk about the overall theme here. Aesthetically, it goes right along with Matt's theme. When it comes to that cartoon kind of pop punk kind of art, very like almost comic book style. And it's so well done, you know what I mean? And Matt really utilizes it to its full potential. So I really, really enjoy this style. And it just really identifies with Matt's sound as well, 100%. Now let's talk about the theme, the overall theme of Run. I mean, you know, the basic theme is something that a lot of people can relate to, wanting to run away, actually having ran away, just dipping and, not looking back. And there's so many great like analogies there, and a lot of things to relate to. And then there are a lot of lyrics and punchlines that like really hit home for, for example, myself, or, a new listener, things like that. So there's so much to relate to here when it comes to a track with the title named Run, you know what I mean? And Matt's really always uh like really done such a like an amazing job just pushing the limit and like pushing the envelope and really like making their emotions and other people's emotions like conveyed on like such a broader scale, and like, you know, regardless of whether people relate or not, Matt does a great job like making people understand what they're going through. And I think that's a really, really awesome thing. So, with that said, huge shout out to Matt Rocks, and thank you for submission, Naomi. Much motherfucking love. Matt is one away from 1.650, man. One follow away. Go show him some love. Lots of classics on there. And of course, make sure you follow Matt Rocks on Twitter at Matt Rocks. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are on our road to 60 subscribers. Huge shout out to anybody that already has. Basically, we upload 2 times a week, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, exclusive tracks, a whole lot of good stuff over there. Make sure you go show these artists some love, and make sure you go show our channel some love, man. So that about does it for submissions for 81 of Music Mondays. Let's fucking go, chat. Like, holy shit. That was something, man. Like, we had such a crazy amount, like, and like, not even like the amount in numbers, because like, you know, we always go from like 20 to like 10 submissions or so, but like everybody's skill and like the quality of work is just become insane, man. It's just become insane. Like, and it's just such a pleasure that everybody else just has just been killing it and working their fucking ass off, man. It's really dope. Really fucking dope. Just something I love to see. 100%. So, let's fucking get it. Let's fucking get it. Huge shout out to anybody that submitted tonight. If you're interested in getting your music, art, anything like that reviewed and reacted to, submissions go live tomorrow for episode 82 of the Music Mondays podcast. Big play, Shuddy. Let's fucking go, Mark. Let's fucking go, man. Yeah. If you're interested in getting anything reviewed and reacted to on the Music Mondays podcast, submissions go live tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Make sure you follow us at All Music Mondays. Like I said, huge shout out to everybody that came through and showed love tonight, man. Huge shout out to Cole, Mark, and Mark, thank you for the Twitch Prime for 4 months again. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Like I said, Cole, Wound Control, Rubes, Bloodcat, anybody else that lurked and chilled, thank you, man. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate it. Massive announcement coming from Music Mondays within the next week, so if you're not already following us on socials, basically, what the fuck are you doing? Because you don't want to miss this crazy ass announcement, man. I promise you don't. So make sure you follow us on socials at All Music Mondays. Make sure you join the Music Mondays Discord. Everything will be linked in the description, of course, if you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, huge shout out to everybody who submitted, tuned in, showed love. I'll see you guys next week for episode 82. I'll be tweeting out the top 3 artists of this week's episode in probably a few minutes or so. I'll see you guys next Monday for episode 82, and of course you can catch me here live for daily streams, twitch.tv/zonplays. I love you guys. Take care. Massive announcement this week. Don't forget, new Music Mondays content, a whole lot of stuff coming, baby. I love you guys. Stay safe. Take care. And I'll see you next week for episode 82.